Hi, I'm Keith Cotter and welcome to the HSB Academy tutorial session. In this session we're going to look at profile. A profile can be a beam that you might want to have in a wall, floor or roof where it's another type of shape other than a rectangular shape like a beam, and instead you might want to use a C-section for light gauge steel, or potentially maybe you want to use a ni-joist. All of these profile beams are families in Revit. So let's jump in, let's take a look and see how we do this. So first of all, we go to the family of the structural framing, and by default in HSB we have a hsbCad beam and sheet. This is quite important because in a few minutes you'll understand why I mentioned this. So first thing we want to do is we want to load in a family profile. So the family I'm going to use here today is coming from a simple Revit family. It can be any profile that you want to use, but I'm going to use this C channel profile here, and I'm going to open it and load it in. The C channel you can see here has currently 4 different types of sections. Now what's important is, and I'm going to open that particular C section family, so let's browse here to where it is. So I'm going to go to application profile, I'm going to go to the families, and we're going to use this family here and open it up, and we're going to open the file. Okay, what's important about any profile family is as follows. In HSB Framing Styles Editor, it needs to have 2 values that have to always be present, and that is what we call hsbCad height and hsbCad width. And even though some of these already have those properties, we need to adopt those properties into the parameters that we have. So in this case, if you have a profile without the 2 parameters I mentioned, you need to add them. So I'm going to add a shared type property, and the property that I first want to add is hsbCad height. So as we scroll down, you can, there it is, we say okay to this, and okay, and that gets added here as you can see. Now I'm going to add another property, and this is a shared property. Again, select, and we are going to use the hsbCad width property in this case. Now what we need to do is we need to map the parameters that are here representing the values. So for the height value, I need to map this hsbCad web. So in here I'm going to type hsbCad web. Do that once more. It's capital, and you can see it adopts the property. And then for the width, we're going to use the hsbCad flange, and that adopts that property. So that's now the settings saved, and we're going to load that into our current project, and we're going to overwrite the existing values. So when we go and look at our properties here and double click, you can now see that these 2 type properties parameters are now included here, and they're quite important that you have them for all your profiles whenever you're working with profile beams. So now let's take a look under our StickFrame, and let's go to the Framing Styles Editor. So in the Framing Styles Editor, let's go and add a frame, and for the default beam let's use one of the profiles. So we say a 189, and you now see that the thickness here is 189. One limitation of the previewer down here is it does not show currently the profile beam. But if we go to the edge details, you will see that the profile beam is now visible. So if we go here and create a standard detail, maybe I'm just going to call this standard for the sake of it, Already with the profile beam, we have a number of values that we can change here, but one of these is the flipped value, and you can see it'll orientate the section around in this case. So you can see here that it's created different configurations for each of these views. So you can see here on the bottom one it's using the standard, and on top maybe I also want to use that, and on the left let's say we're going to use that, and on the right we're also going to use it in this case. So now we say okay to that, and let's go and draw a wall. So we go to architecture, I'm going to draw a wall, and let's say it's an 189 wall. And just before I do that, I should probably match the framing style to make sure that the wall is matching my profile wall that I've just created. So here we're going to say that is matching the 189, we save it, and we now add an item container, finish it, and now we generate the wall and get our result. And just for pure clarity, let's just turn off the walls. It's okay, and you can now see that it's now with a profile beam as drawn in our detail. I'm Keith Cotter. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in future sessions.